Wedged into the rocks above a secluded ravine hangs rubble of a collapsed bridge. Foreign journalists are not supposed to see this. The evidence of disastrous corruption surrounding dams, hundreds of similar infrastructure projects. Ironically, Beijing is now allowing open criticism of these building fiascos to shame contractors into operating honourably. Given access for the first time, a Chinese TV reporter laughed at the amazement as he plunges a stick into a supposedly impenetrable levee bank. A building contractor, apparently to repair the levee, subcontracted the job, poking a proportion of the reconstructed funds. For the people displaced by the dam, resettlement compensation is also disappearing. One city will be drowned in 4 years. High above the water level, a new city rises brick by brick. But there are no cheap houses being built. It's all luxury offices and homes. A social time bomb is ticking as peasants are forced off the land into homelessness without receiving the promise of compensation money. The bloated dam project has been the state's flagship enterprise for years. In the months coming, the next batch of resettlement comes online. 125,000 farmers will be moved. It's just a fraction of 1.13 million people who will be resettled in the time for this project to be completed. Will China's drive to make a success of the dam prove disastrous for tens of millions of people downstream from a shoddy dam? Monday, January the 31st, 2022. It's the Chinese New Year tomorrow. Happy New Year if you are celebrating. For me, at the time of recording, is round about another 11 hours to go. A warm welcome to the channel and many thanks to all the people who did watch yesterday. Pretty amazing. I do have another great show lined up, so stay tuned and we're going to get into it right now. 1/3 of the Chinese dams unstable. 3 Gorges, Tofu bridge collapse and corruption revealed. Right here, right now. Way back in 1998, this is an image of the flood caused by the 3 Gorges Dam when it was being constructed. 4 years into construction. And this should have sent off warning signals, but already too much was invested in the 3 Gorges Dam projects. All the officials said they are using the highest quality concrete, cement, rebarring, steel barring, etc. But you can see here from the workmen, it is not of the best quality and safety hazards seem to be as common as drinking water. But the corruption behind the dam. Here is a picture of the time of the manager of the 3 Gorges Corporation. And in an interview, he quoted, "It is probably just a small amount." Really? A small amount. He goes on to say this is a common practice with government money, and a contractor will do a subcontractor, which will do a subcontractor. So the subcontractor who actually builds will not have enough money for the good quality because it's gone through contract. Through contract, you could say like an agency fee. As we said in the very beginning, this is a picture of the new buildings when the 3 Gorges Dam was being constructed. Now you think this would be an apartment building. You would be wrong. This is the construction for the Bank of China. You can see in the next picture, new apartment buildings. China stating, 3 Gorges project stating, these are for the relocated people. Wrong. These are for the people who work in the Bank of China. These are the people who work for the tobacco industry, the officials in China, not for the poor people. So where did the farmers go with their land ruined? Well, quite simply, just a higher ground and being moved around like this. During construction of the Three Gorges Dam, the same contractors, whoever they may be, one of the bridges actually did collapse. Here is the picture of the remaining bridge. Just that. I'm not too sure how many people lost their lives. Hopefully it was none. But again, this is the Tofu dredge, the bean curd buildings, as the Chinese like to call it. Why? Because the Three Gorges kept on doing landslides like this during the construction, in the construction, after the construction. This is an image from Chinese state television called CCTV1. It shows a contractor who subcontracted a subcontractor to check the ground after a landslide. Again, the money just gets pilfered away in a illegally legal way. Does that make sense? So basically, from the get-go, from the very beginning of the construction, way back in 1994, even before that, when the CCP voted whether to build the Three Gorges Dam, 60% said yes and 40% said basically no. Yeah, it's just too expensive, it's not going to work. 38 something billion dollars were spent on it. We really don't know the actual true figure of the cost because so much was siphoned off, because it was such a large amount of money, a lot of money could easily disappear. And even the head, the boss of the Three Gorges Corporation at that time said just a small amount. What is a small amount? 1% of 1% or $38 billion? Whew, what's that? 380 million. Wow. Is that a small amount according to the money? Don't know. So what was left with the contractors doing a subcontract for a subcontract, as I countlessly mentioned today, leaves to the person who actually does the physical construction with no money, and obviously he's going to use the cheapest material so his company can make money. It's not directly done by the Chinese government, it's done by contractors, private contractors, who are possibly some of the richest contractors now in China, maybe the world, and possibly they have built other dams. Now, 1/3, according to statistics, 1/3 of the 94,000 dams in China, if there are 94,000 dams in China, are in disrepair, need to be decommissioned, or they need to be fixed, and they need to be fixed fast. These are the Mao dams. These are the dams from Mao Zedong. And again, it's the same kind of thing. There's the money, here's the contract. It's not done by it's not done by directly by the workers of the government, it's done by contractors. Of course, there's going to be some siphoning going on with that. Now, for those people who do like to watch things about China or even the country of Taiwan, do check this out. I will put a link in the description below. I have made a video about it, and it is in the description below of yesterday's video. A guy called Lewis Hand, an English gentleman from obviously the United Kingdom, living in Taiwan. His YouTube channel is called YGZ Taiwan. Check it out. And yes, I am actually appearing in this video, so woohoo, yes, I'm famous, yay! Why people love Taiwan. It's a great video, and do take some time to watch it. Again, the link is in the description below. Okay, let's go into some of the comments here. James, I love your reporting with your upper crust British accent. I would say it's upper crust. If it was upper crust, it'd be, hello. How the devil are you? This, I think, is just a normal, boring London accent. Could you give us an insight of Britain's history and politics since you grew up there a little bit? Well, I left the UK in 1989. I did actually vote once in my life in 1987, and it was for Margaret Thatcher. I haven't, and I'm not very interested in politics, to be honest with you. What do I think of Boris Johnson? Well, when COVID first came out in the UK, I was shouting at the television saying, can you shut the country down, please? Yeah, because it sort of works and it could have been cut away. But anyhow, I sometimes get mad. Politics always surprises me in a way. Brexit, for example, most people thought it wasn't going to happen, but it did. So you sort of feel that the people are actually shouting out loud, and voting is a great way to do a leader, as long as it is honest, 100% honest. And sometimes that is the trouble without going into politics. I hope that helps you a little bit. Now, another bit of news in China. Hi, James. I noticed a report of Changjiang community in Hangzhou has been transferring a lot of people into isolation centers, or you could say quarantine centers. And I'm just going to show you, while I'm talking, some of the videos of what this is. And you can also see where it is with the map here. I think that is about it for today, and a little bit later, February the 1st, is Chinese New Year. So I thought I would give you, or find, which I have, a little Chinese song celebrating the year of the tiger 2022. Do enjoy the rest of the day. If you are in Chinatown, whatever, later on today or whenever, enjoy the dragons, the tigers, maybe some free dumplings and a little bit of Chinese food. Be good, be well, be safe. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.
个肥肥年，
肥肥年呀肥肥年，
猪年是个胖胖年，
胖胖年呀胖胖年，
肥时才来胖师傅，人人口袋装满钱。
猪年肥年，
今年是个肥。